activism needs to be about keeping these commandments.
This is not what I expected out of them. The true Bible, the book of our fathers.
Right. The Most High has given us guidance on what we need to do.
It's also Eli.
It's also Nahshon.
Also Yekiel.
The book of Job, chapter 8, verse 8. For inquire, I pray thee, of the former age, and prepare thyself to the search of their fathers.
And prepare thyself to the search of their fathers.
For inquire, I pray thee.
For inquire, this is for you for this generation here, what they call the millennials and all of that. For inquire, I pray thee. I beg you to inquire, you brothers and sisters. Wake up. Go ahead.
Of the former age.
Of the former age. Go ahead.
And prepare
the
thyself.
The former age means, so you don't even really have to, the way they got us so messed up now, you can just go, we don't even know what happened 20 years ago.
Right.
No.
Literally. Don't even know what happened 20 years ago. Just at least inquire of that. Read. And what?
And prepare thyself to the search of their fathers.
And prepare yourself to the search of your father's experiences, his stories, the things that your fathers and mothers went through.
Right.
Talk to them. Find out what happened just a few years ago. Give me the other one.
Yes, sir. Deuteronomy chapter 4, verse 32.
32.
Deuteronomy chapter 32 and verse 7.
Yeah, that's it.
Remember the days of old.
Remember the days of old. Go ahead.
Consider the years of many generations.
Take a look at consider the years of many generations. Right. You can just go in many generations in this country. Just a few years ago. Let's go to the 60s. Let's go to the 50s. Let's go to the 20s with so-called Black Wall Street and all that. The massacre. Let's go back to those times. Learn a little bit about that. Read that again.
Remember the days of old.
Remember the days of old. Come on.
Consider the years. Consider
the years. Meaning roll the experiences out in front of your eyes and put yourselves in it. And it might change how you see reality today. Because the way we live today is a direct result of what happened years ago, but you don't know anything about it. Because you've been blocked from your history. You don't know the reason why we live in the situation that we live in now. Because your history has been cut off. So the Bible says what? Read it again.
Remember the days of old.
Remember the days of old.
Consider the years of many generations.
Consider the years of many generations. Just a few generations before you. Go ahead.
Ask thy father, and he
Ask thy father. They made sure that we don't even have any fathers. Absolutely. They cut the fathers off. Wow. Now you understand the reason why there's so much violence in the communities and all that, because we don't even have any men that really showed the way for these young kids growing up, going into a society and got to go to a pizza window and be treated like an animal and wonder why he's bugging out. He said, look at the way I live. Everybody don't live like this. There was another video that I should have posted it, where another brother went in a white neighborhood and they got the oil stand on the outside, water, all kind of stuff. He said they ain't even worrying about it being stolen or nothing. It's out there free.
Oh, I mean, the nuts and
all that. You seen that?
Yes,
Can we find that? Can we find that real quick? Let me just show you the difference between when they in our neighborhood they give you bars. Here, put your nigga on the slide, such and such. Here, and they just basically throw some peanuts at you, basically like they do us in the zoo, like they do in the zoo. That they deal with us like that. Here's your pizza. Hey, like they said, do the right thing. Sal said, take your effing pizza and go back to Africa.
Right.
He said, go back to Africa.
Go. Wow. That's crazy.
You know, that was in Do the Right Thing, by the way. They even said that movie was inciting of riots, but it was factual.
Yes, absolutely.
You know, the realities that go on in the ghettos, that's exactly how it be.
And the guy that said that was an Italian.
Exactly.
He just so happened to be the descendants of those that killed Christ.
Exactly, 100%.
So the same thing he was telling us then to go get out of Jerusalem, to murder us and slay us. He said the same thing when we come to America.
Right. You found it? Anybody? Okay. Well, perhaps it'll come up. But anyway, I was making a point about how we're so separated from just a few years ago. Now I'm going to play a couple of videos. oftentimes, and I'm going to bring you in on the thing that we were talking about earlier.
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And oftentimes, because during the 60s, like I said, like the Bible says, consider the years of many generations. Ask thy fathers, because our fathers would notice them, because they lived through that, through the quote unquote civil rights era. So I'm talking about those kinds of eras there. And even years before that, you had some rather prominent figures that some of y'all may even know the names of, because one of the programs is actually used in the housing thing now. But very few people really understand or had some real insight on the person behind this program for the housing, for an example. I want to play this right here, Frannie Mae Hamer. Now we're gonna play. I'm gonna let this thing ride for a little. The video is like almost 40 minutes long, but we ain't going that far, obviously. But I wanted to play to about 13 minutes, 13 and a half minutes. And, we're going to interject, so there's no issue like we always be talking about. Yeah. But I want y'all to notice what she says, okay? Play it.
Thank you very much.
And stop it right there. Stop it right there. I'm glad we stopped right there. Until I am free, you are not free either. That's what we need to understand.
Yep.
If one of us is in captivity, none of us are free.
Right.
That's the unity. This is the understanding back then. So I just wanted to just drop that on you. Okay, a little bit of wake up. I know sometimes it's hard to wake us up. Like the Bible says, you got to when you're trying to wake up a people that sleep so doggone hard, like Deuteronomy says, we are like a blind man in a dark place. Mm-hmm. That's how blind we are. Yes, you can't just throw regular water on them. You might have to kick the bed and flip the bed over and throw the bed out the window just to wake them up.
Yes, sir.
You might have to go some desperate means to wake them up.
Yep.
So sometimes we have to say these things to kind of to try to gyrate you into wake up, come out of that stupor called Christianity.
Absolutely.
Play that video. Come on with it.
Martha Smith, I don't know whether I'll have to holler or not because I'm just used to talking loud.
Pause it. I wanted to deal with. You did hear what she said?
There it is.
That's what we was talking about.
Right.
In the scripture that you read.
As well.
She said, I want y'all to listen to what she just said there. Back it up just a little bit.
Thank you very much, Martha Smith. I don't know whether I'll have to holler or not because I'm just used to talking loud.
Pause it. Why does she have to say that she's used to talking loud? Now, I realize this is a female because men are supposed to be on the forefront running things. But I'm going to use this sister for an example.
Yep.
Okay? She says, I have to, she says, I don't know if I sound a particular way because I'm used to having to speak loud because she has to speak up against the silence.
Absolutely.
Okay? It was a funny thing because I remember, and I was trying to find this clip. Because white folks understand this, but they act like they don't understand why we're, like they say, oh, you're so hyper and you're so this and that and the other. And they try to make us feel inadequate by throwing those labels at us. Right. You pricking us, you're doing all kind of evil, and our reaction, you say, oh, you're violent, oh, you're emotional, oh, that's all those are trick games.
Right. Exactly.
To lock you into accepting an ass whooping, basically. You ain't supposed to react to it. But they try to act like they don't understand this kind of reaction.
Right.
But yet, when Trump, this is the video that I was looking for. I played it when we was in Concord. Way back, you probably remember. Yeah. The white woman spoke up for Trump. Yes. Right. She said everybody's getting on him. She said you this the white woman talking. She said everybody's talking about how he is with the media and he's this way, he's that way. She said imagine being attacked by everybody. Right. This is what she's saying. They didn't really play that clip too much. That little clip, boom, that was the end of it. Mm-hmm. But I caught it. I recorded it. I have it somewhere. But I wanted to bring it and I forgot to bring it. But that's the point there. So they understand that this kind of reaction is the result of mistreatment. They understand that. If they understand it in them, you know damn well they understand it in us. But they try to put us in a trick bag to say that if you react or if you scream because you're being burned alive, you're irrational. You're emotional. Right. Yep. You're just uncouth. You're a hate group. You're radical. Yep. You extremely want this man to stop burning you. Mm-hmm.
Black identity extremists.
Yeah, exactly. Bull crap. Right. But the woman she says that, let's play it again, I'm going to let it ride. Then I got my point out. Let it go.
Thank you very much, Martha Smith. I don't know whether I'll have to holler or not because I'm just used to talking loud. So I don't have too much trouble having to carry my voice. But with this kind of introduction, Martha Smith is a very good friend of mine. I remember going on educational television with Martha about 2 years ago here at the university in Wisconsin. And honest to God, this woman tickled me to death. You know, I had all kinds of trouble. But she just brought all of that out, and for a while I could relax just doing this show with Martha Smith. I would like to say this is a beautiful audience out here to me this afternoon because I always like people.
Now pause it for a second because I know I'm letting it ride for a little bit. This woman, the highest grade she went to was what? Who knows?
Like 4th grade.
Yeah, like the 6th grade. Like you said.
Mm-hmm.
But yet she's speaking at universities.
Yep.
Okay, this Frannie Lou Hamer.
Yes,
by
sir.
the way, well, you see her name on the board there. This is the same woman that this whole thing about the housing is named after. The thing about the Frannie Lou Hamer. This is the woman that they based that whole thing about the loans and all that for housing. It's named in her honor. Play on.
Ago, I was doing a show in New York City for NBC in the role of a black woman, and somebody asked the question during the time he was on this panel, how did I feel talking to a lot of people? I said, I feel like I always feel because I know out there in front of me is just some little folks. You know, so you don't have to worry about other people.
Now, she's going to get to the part. I want to slide it up a little bit. She's going to get to the part where she talked about sharecropping.
You know, so you don't have to worry about other people. You know, you get up and tell them the truth. Now, you might be expecting me to have a long essay written down that I would have to use my glasses every 5 minutes and miss where I left it. But I don't carry around a manuscript.
Move it up a little bit.
because
Move it up a little bit. Just a little bit.
53 years ago in Montgomery County.
Okay, let it play from here.
Now, Mississippi, you heard about this twister the other week, but it was already a disaster area before the twister.
Pause it. Where is she talking about? Mississippi.
Yep.
You know about
Yes,
Mississippi.
I do. Yes,
So
sir.
she's talking about Mississippi. She said there was a disaster here just a day ago, and everybody's talking about the twister. But she said, but there was a damn disaster in Mississippi before the damn thing, because the real disaster is how messed up we're being treated.
Yes, sir.
I'm about to say something.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
How about to bite the mic again.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, about how messed up we've been treating. Just listen to what she's going to bring out. I know some people are going to say, why is Bishop playing this? You're going to find out why. Play on.
And it's been a disaster area 53 years. I know, and people older than me said it was a disaster area before then. Now, I was born 53 years ago to Mr. and Mrs. Jim Townsend. And I am the 20th child. And so help me God, I respect my mother so much that they didn't have them birth control pills. Because if they had had them, I probably wouldn't be standing here today. So as I made that narrow escape to be here, I fight for the other kids too to give them a chance.
Pause it. Hey. Hey, did you hear that?
Heavy stuff right
That's
there.
that's what I'm saying. Some heavy stuff.
Right.
If my mama would have listened to these
Right.
wicked birth control,
Yep.
people like her would have never showed up.
Right.
You don't know what kind of people you killing when you do that.
Yep.
You sisters. You don't know what kind of you don't know what the
Right.
hell you're doing when you extinguishing life.
Yep.
Now the Lord is against that damn thing.
That's right.
Okay. She said the people like me, and she used the term Frannie Lou Hamers, and all your endeavors would have probably been wiped out.
Yep. Absolutely.
Go ahead.
Wow.
If you give them a chance, they might come up being Frannie Lou Hamers and something else.
Hey, brother posted. Hold it. Brother posted. He said that black women don't talk like that anymore. You
They
damn
don't.
right.
They sure
You
don't.
damn. That's the exact
Right.
reason why I'm playing it.
Right.
Go ahead.
During the time I was a child, my education was very limited because I had to start work when I was 6 years old.
Here's the story. Just listen.
I remember one day I was playing beside a gravel road, and the landowner asked me could I pick cotton.
The white man.
And I told him I didn't know. And he told me he wanted me to go to the field that week and pick 30 pounds of cotton. I went to the field and I did pick 30 pounds of cotton. But the next week I was taxed 60 pounds of cotton. And by the time I was 13 years old, I was picking 200 and 300
So pause it.
pounds.
Hold it. So when is she? How long?
Started at 6.
At 6, and she's 13 now. So for
7 years.
7 years,
Yeah.
she was picking cotton. By the time she finished at 7 years, she was able to pick damn near 250 pounds of cotton.
Yep.
When the first time she did it, it was 30 pounds. So that's a lot of cotton. You know how much cotton weighs?
Yeah,
To
nothing.
get 250 to 300 pounds.
Right.
You're talking about bags upon
Bags
bags.
and ball bags and ball. That's the kind of mess that we went through.
Yep.
Okay.
The area she's from is Ruleville, Mississippi, and right down the road you have what's called Tallahatchie County.
Yeah.
Tallahatchie County, they still got slave shacks that Edomites rent out as Airbnbs and have their sexual fantasies.
You hear
fantasies
this?
at.
See, that's what I'm talking about. Did
And
y'all
right-
hear this?
And right behind it is a full cotton field.
Damn.
Yep.
So they go in there and they reminisce. They do the search of their fathers.
They do.
Yeah.
They go in there and they reminisce all of that. Say, smell just like a slave it was here. Oh
Yep.
Lord, I'm good. I'm home now. That's how they think.
And they purposely keep it looking like a rundown shack.
They
like an
wanted that
outhouse. They wanted to look that way.
Right,
Once you
right.
get the feel of
Yeah.
how their ancestors
the
moved
good old
over us.
days.
Yeah.
Yep.
I can imagine they're not bringing their Edomite wives in there. I can imagine they probably bringing prostitutes,
Yep.
black women,
prostitutes. Yep.
black women.
That they
That's
can
the
have
point.
their way with. Yep.
They probably bought them twerking sisters that twerked in
right.
El Mino Castle.
Yep.
They probably brought them in there.
Surprised.
Yep. Absolutely.
Wow. It's crazy.
Go ahead.
Fannie Lou Hamer got some great history.
Yes, sir. Play on.
Okay. My family was some of the poorest people that was in the state of Mississippi, and we were sharecroppers. Now, sharecropping is really something that's out of sight, folks. Number one, what I found since I've been old enough, it always had too many ifs in it.
Pause it. I want to explain what she's saying because it's going to clear. She said the one thing she understood was that it had too many its in it, IT. So back it up a little bit and let it play on. It's going to get super clear. Go ahead.
Sharecropping. Now, sharecropping is really something that's out of sight, folks. Number one, what I found since I've been old enough, it always had too many ifs in it. Number one, you have to plow it.
You have to plow it.
Number two, you have to break it up.
You had to break it up. Break
Number
it up.
three, you have to chop it.
You had to chop it.
Number four, you have to pick it.
You had to pick it.
And the last, number five, the landowner took it.
Pause it.
Yep.
He said at the number 5 was at the white man, the landowner. He took it.
Took it.
So after you chopped it, after you plowed it, after you did all kind of things to it,
Yep.
the white man took it, and you got nothing.
Yep.
So that's why she said, "Tell it like it is."
Yeah.
Yep.
So back it up a little bit. We're almost done with this clip. Back it up. Well, we still got a little bit, but I'm just let y'all hear this thing on out. Come on with it.
Oh, you have to pick it. And the last, number five, the landowner took it. So this left us with nowhere to go. It left us hungry because my family would make 60 and 70 bales of cotton, and we would pick all of the cotton. And then, after we would finish picking the cotton, we would sometimes come out in debt. We never had so many days in my life that we had cornbread, and we had milk, and sometimes bread and onions. So I know what the pain of hunger is about. My father and mother finally got enough money out of one crop to buy some livestock.
Pause it. She said that it came to a point where my parents saved up enough. You get with them damn near taking everything. Wow. You know how hard it was just to save a little bit to buy some livestock. Now I want y'all to listen to this here. Back it up just a little bit to show you how diabolical these people are. And this is her talking. Okay, play it again.
Of hunger is about. My father and mother finally got enough money out of one crop to buy some livestock when I was about 13 years old. And a man went to our lot one night, and he wasn't black.
So he was white.
And he came about a gallon of Paris green.
Paul, stop. She said that a man came by where the livestock is, and he bought a gallon of what? Either he said kerosene or gasoline. One of those.
One of those, yep.
Okay, I know it's one of those. So back it up just a little bit. Let's let that ride.
And a man went to our lot one night, and he wasn't black, and he came about a gallon of Paris green and stirred it up in our livestock food and killed everything we had.
Dang.
At that point, my parents had bought 3 mules and 2 cows. Ella, Bird, and Henry was the mules, and Maud and Della was the 2 cows.
So did y'all hear? Hold it. Did y'all hear what they said?
He put it in the.
He put poison in food, right, and poisoned all the livestock. What's the message behind that?
I can't let you rise above
Exactly.
where I want you to be.
Exactly. That same mess is going on right now.
Yes, sir.
So if we pull ourselves up by our own bootstraps, they don't even want us to, even if we actually do it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's the hope deferred maketh the mind sick. Because that's what that will do. After you put your efforts in, and then they come and burn down Wall Street.
Yep.
That's the same point. That's the reason why they bombed the church first, because that was a community center on which everything else was set up on.
They can't let the other people see, you know what I mean, so they can have that example. Hey, let me get some livestock.
Exactly.
They can't be seen,
right?
You know,
that's essentially what they want to do to us.
Yep.
Because we represent the livestock that just like what you're bringing out, EKL, others might mimic this, and they say, well, you know what, we need to stop them. We don't. Here you march through a whole damn ghetto of projects, and nobody saw anything. We can't allow that to be because others might mimic that.
They might rise.
They might rise up.
I want to do that. I want to get in that march.
I want to get in there and do that. No. We basically gonna put poison on their label.
Yep.
And kill off any aspirations of them reaching the people.